Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about Google's Vertex AI Studio. And look, we're going to get past all the hype and really dig into how you take a cool generative AI idea and turn it into something real, something that actually works for a business.
All right, so here's the plan. We're going to follow the entire life cycle here. Think about it. From that first spark of an idea all the way through to a powerful tool that's actually making a difference for a business.
Okay, first things first. What is Vertex AI Studio? I mean, where does it even fit inside that huge Google Cloud ecosystem? Let's break it down.
So, think of it this way. It's the professional's workshop. This is for the data scientists, the ML engineers, the folks who need a serious, powerful environment to build AI from start to finish. This is not a toy, it's not just a playground, it is absolutely built for production.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because you can see the clear pathway Google has laid out. You can start off in Google AI Studio, right? It's super easy to use, great for just messing around and trying things out. But when you're ready to get serious, when you need to scale and manage and deploy like a pro, that's when you graduate to Vertex AI Studio.
Okay, let's get to the core of it now, the actual development. We're going to see how you go from just writing a simple instruction to building a completely custom model that really gets the unique needs of your business.
You know, it all kicks off with the prompt. But we're not just talking about asking a simple question here. No, this is a real craft. It's this careful step-by-step process of using context, giving it examples, tweaking parameters, all to guide the model to give you exactly the output you need.
And one of the most powerful tools you have is a parameter called temperature. Seriously, just think of it as the creativity dial on your AI. You can literally turn it up or down to control how wild or how straightforward the model's answers are going to be. And this is a perfect example of the control you have. Let's say you need to pull specific info from an invoice. You turn that temperature way, way down. You want facts, you want focus. But if you needed to come up with, I don't know, new marketing slogans, you crank that dial all the way up and let it get creative.
So this is the big strategic choice you have to make, right? Do you just stick with prompt design because it's fast and gets you quick results? Or, for those really tough, specialized jobs, do you put in the work to fine-tune the model? That's how you're going to squeeze out every last bit of quality and performance.
Okay, awesome. You've got a prompt and it's working, but let's be real. In a real business, things change. That prompt is going to evolve. So the big question is, how do you manage all that change professionally? Without everything descending into chaos.
Honestly, the best way to think about this is like Git for your prompts. If you're a developer, that probably just clicked for you instantly. Vertex AI gives you that same kind of version control system you're used to, but it's built specifically for prompts. It's what brings order and, frankly, sanity to the whole process.
What this gives you is a really structured, repeatable workflow for ML ops. You can save new versions, see the entire history of every change, and this is huge. If a new prompt suddenly breaks something in production, you can just instantly roll back to the last version that you know worked. I mean, for reliability, that is absolutely critical.
Of course, to make this work across a big company, you gotta have some discipline. Sticking to best practices is key. We're talking about things like using consistent names, using variables in your prompts instead of hard-coding stuff. It sounds simple, but it's essential if you want your whole team to be able to collaborate and trust the results.
All right, let's talk about the payoff. The tech is cool, for sure, but what does it actually do for a business? What's the so what? Well, the answer is in the data. Let's look at some numbers.
And the data is pretty clear. Take retailers who are using Vertex AI Search for commerce. Their A/B tests show a plus 12% lift in click-through rates. That's not a small number. That's more people engaging with their products, right off the bat.
But it gets better. That extra engagement isn't just for show. It leads directly to a 7% lift in conversion rates. So you're not just getting more clicks, you're actually turning those clicks into paying customers.
And here's the kicker, the number everyone really cares about, a 15x return on investment. 15 times. I mean, we're not talking about a small improvement here. That is a massive, tangible impact on the bottom line.
And look, I really want to stress this point. This is not some theoretical, in a perfect world kind of thing. These are real numbers from major household name brands that are getting these results right now out in the real world.
I mean, just take a look. You've got Victoria's Secret using it for visual product search. GM is using it for their OnStar assistant. Six Flags is automating almost a third of their guest questions. A huge global bank is slashing loan processing times. So yeah, the applications are totally real, and they're all over the map.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? Is that doing generative AI right isn't just some one-off magic trick. If you want to go from a cool experiment to something that actually provides real value in production, you have to manage its entire life cycle. The question you should be asking isn't just, are we using AI? It's, are we managing it?